Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you may be. This is Adeniji Idowu. In about 72 hours, that great nation, Nigeria, will be deciding which way we are heading in the coming election. And I think I should drop an advice to every concerned citizen of our great country that this election coming forth is not a regular election, as I believe is a very foundational election in the politics of Nigeria as a life, as an entity. Yeah, um, I would just want to address us as a people that we have our destinies in our hands. We all have been yearning for a change, and the opportunity to make the change is just right around the corner. But one thing I'm sure, and I want you to understand with me, is that there is nothing good that any corrupt group or party can offer Nigeria. You can change where things are done, but you cannot easily change people. People who are bent, the gluttonous, the greedy people who believe the only way for them to be happy is to make other people sad. There is nothing you can do to change them because that is the way they think life should look like. And that is why I, for one, will not support APC, neither will I support PDP. Why? The word of God cannot be broken. I don't care whatever any vision anybody has. But if whatever is obtainable is not defendable or cannot be obtained in the word of God, I don't believe in it. The Bible says, by their fruits you shall know them. It is not only talking about knowing people who are Christians by their fruits. No. When you see people by the way they do things, even though they promise you this and that, they campaign, they do all that, they give gifts, you will know them by who they are, by the way they live their lives, by the way they act. For example, I do not believe in any article that will make Nigeria better. It doesn't matter what people think. Article, after all said and done, who came to the public to say is coming there to sell NNPC to, help his friends. That is not what government is about. Government is about the people you are governing, not about your relatives, not about your friends. So it means it does not know what politics is. Politics is not just a way of servicing people, it's a way of making life meaningful for the people because politics is about people's lives. We need to understand that. So that is why you can't just play, uh, you know, um, people's life. You can't just play it. Make a simple show of it. So, because I'm the president, it's beyond that. It's beyond that. And of course, when you have the people that article is surrounded with, you have to ask questions. How will he do it? And I heard Prophet El Bubar saying that if article fails, then the Nigeria will, you know, do the right thing again. Why should we give Atiku the opportunity to fail us again? Since they've been failing us almost 20 years ago, why should we give them another opportunity to fail us where we have an alternative that we have not tried before? These people who have tried them, and we don't need any prophet to tell us that the Bible is complete. By their fruit you shall know them. The Bible says evil communications corrupt good manners. Even if Atiku were to be born again today, What will he do with the lack of Saraki, with the lack of Wike and the rest of them, in his government? What will he do? If APC, Buhari, were to be born again today, what will he do with the lack of Tinubu, with the lack of Okorocha? What will they do? That is why sometimes when we say politics is a dirty game, this is what makes people feel so. Like the vice president is understood to be a Christian pastor, maybe a pastor. What can he do in a situation he finds himself? The Bible says, if the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? So that is one of the reasons why I am taking side with Omoyele Sowore. Because as a party, God has single-handedly helped this man not to tent his camp with the mockers, with the wicked people that want to ruin Nigeria. That is number one, is starting a new party, completely new with a different ideology. And apart from that, there is no godfather that will tell him what to do or that will make him to work against the wishes of the people. The people, that is the first time Nigeria is going to have a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So I will suggest, I will advise that you cast your vote for AAC. Cast your vote for AAC. We need to understand something. None of these people is going to be a ghost or a messiah. But the truth is this, there is nothing you can do to satisfy a greedy soul. The PDP guys, the APC guys are greedy and you can't do anything to please them. So why should we entrust our lives again to their hands? Why not let us try something new? If we want to get a new result, let's apply a new process. And that is why I'm suggesting, I'm advising, and I'm also campaigning for Omoyele Sowore, that Nigerians will cast their vote for him so that we can have a glorious nation. We want to be able to call Nigeria our home without being ashamed of it at all. A lot of people are not even proud to call themselves Nigerians. Honestly speaking, it's not supposed to be. Even within Nigerians, within Nigeria, you can't even say, oh, sometimes you are not comfortable to say, I'm an indigene of Nigeria. People would rather say I'm from the north or from the south, Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba. Within Nigeria and outside Nigeria, how many people are very proud to say I'm in Nigeria? Sometimes they'll just say I'm from Africa. But that's not supposed to be. It's a country we are supposed to be proud of. But how can we be proud of a country who cannot guarantee employment for its people? How can we be proud of a country who cannot guarantee power supply to the people? Who cannot guarantee good roads? Who cannot guarantee justice? Who cannot guarantee, education? Who cannot guarantee good health? You see, that is no government. That's why we tell people, let's do something different. So as we're going to decide, I want to understand that the power to decide is vested in every Nigerian with a PVC card right now. The power to decide is vested in every Nigerian with a PVC card. Some people say, oh, my vote doesn't count, vote don't count. Don't ever you say that. Your vote counts. If your vote does not count, the politicians of Nigeria, the politicians in Nigeria will not be spending billions to buy votes. Honestly, it's because your vote counts. So what do we need to do? Let's tell our friends, our families, our brothers, our moms, our sisters, our dads, our relations, our neighbors, that we have the power to make a change. And the power is our PVC. You go out there and vote for AAC. A vote for AAC is a vote for 24 hours electricity supply in Nigeria. A vote for AAC is a vote for a minimum living wage of 100,000 naira for every worker, federal worker in Nigeria. A vote for AAC is a vote for good road networking all over Nigeria. A vote for AAC is a vote for education for all, free education for all our children. A vote for AAC is a vote for good medical facilities and a lot of other things. You can see them all in Spicer Hills. It talks about security. It talks about power. It talks about, um, you know, a lot of things we need to, it talks about people getting ready to, get our our business, our economy, our road, our arts, culture, everything put together to make life meaningful for every Nigerian, not for a few Nigerians. No. And that is why we need to vote for Omoyele Sowore as the president and also vote for every candidate under AAC. AAC is the number third on the ballot paper. So when you get yours, just stamp it on the third party. Their symbol is two palm of hands. So when you see two hands together, that is AAC. Please, let us deliver our nation from these wicked cabals. Let us make them to understand that power with the people is more than their power in their money. Please vote Omoyele Sowore, and together we will celebrate it. I can bet you that together Nigeria will be great again. God bless you. Have a blessed day.